talking about the Flash that I thought was interesting, and I thought even making, tying this up to, there's some Ezra Miller talk, but at the same time, I was like, it's just a lot of hearsay stuff. But when it comes to the Flash Film News on Instagram, they posted this right here. Well, they posted this on all social media. It said, while speaking at IBC 2022, the Flash film editor, Paul Machliss, stated the film is pioneering new technology to get multiple versions of the same actor on screen. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Had a burp right there. Pardon me. But yeah, apparently, when it comes to The Flash, again, this movie is going to be interesting to see what it makes at the box office and how people actually, critique it and how the audience feels about it and everything like that. Because this movie is going to pioneer, something that's going to, further the technology in cinema when it comes to multiple versions of the same actor on the screen. I mean, obviously, man, you go back to the first iterations of trying to have the same actor in one shot, one scene. Obviously, they had to use some techniques. I remember when it came to Back to the Future Part 2, that was pretty amazing for 87 or whatever the hell it was, 88, 89, whatever it was. I mean, they did some pretty cool tricks. When you watch it right now, you could see the tricks that they do because, anybody that has an editor or something like that who's not even very keen on that stuff, you can actually pull it off pretty easily yourself. I mean, I've done it many times before, but, but then all of a sudden, the technology got further and further. I remember when it came to Michael Bay's The Island, when it came to Ewan McGregor with his clone and the actual dude, I remember going, wow, they've really further the technology when it comes to having the same actor on the screen and interacting and actually looking like they're the two of the actors. Then of course you had the Social Network when it came to Armie Hammer and the Winklevoss, whatever the fuck they were called, the Winkle something twins. I remember watching that, and this is before anybody knew who Armie Hammer was. I literally thought that they just had twin actors. It looked flawless. So, when it comes to, I guess, a new technology, I'm guessing it's more of an interaction stuff. And I always go back to even and then a movie that is near and dear to my heart that really did a good job when it had multiple of the same actor on the screen was Multiplicity with Michael Keaton. If you haven't watched Multiplicity, do yourself a favor. It's just one of those crazy, 90s movies, and it's very well done. Michael Keaton's a beast, and there's a lot of some themes in there that are actually pretty great if you actually start digging in that. But there's times where there's four of him on the screen. Obviously you could tell it's not sharp. There's some things in it, but there's interaction where they're actually touching and stuff like that at some points. So, and then I remember watching a behind the scenes on that. But apparently when it comes to the Flash, they're going to perfect it a little bit more. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's utilizing very new technology in terms of getting multiple versions of the same actor on the screen rather than using locked off cameras or motion controls used in Last Night in Soho. So stuff like that. So just pretty interesting. And apparently, the technology is, it's very true. They're very much using it, and I'm curious to see what they're doing. And then it kind of makes me wonder, how many Barrys are there going to be? How many Bruce Waynes are there going to be? How many of whoever are there going to be? This movie's going to be nuts, I feel. So I just think that's pretty awesome, though. I'm looking, see, just stuff, little things like that get me more hyped for the movie. Just saying.